All right. Good afternoon and welcome to the Empower Room. And thank you all for being with us here on this time of the season for Thanksgiving and Christmas. And it's good to be with you all on this afternoon on November 20th. Pray that you're having a blessed day and encourage you to keep on hanging in there with us as we get into the holiday season. So thank you all so much for being with us, and let's get ready to do something. As we get this going here, we will get started right now.
Welcome to the Empower Room for Empowering Moments with your host, Timothy Hughes. Empowering Moments is brought to you by Empower Media LLC, where we empower you, parents, and the entire community with transformative information to move mind and spirit to a higher state of well-being. So welcome to the Empower Room, and let's get started.
All right, again, welcome to the Empower Room. I am your host, Rev.T, and hope you're having a blessed day on today. And as I stated, we're getting close to the Thanksgiving time, and it should be perfectly a good time for family and friends to get together. And with COVID subsided, hopefully we'll get a chance to visit loved ones near and far. All right. So, just to give you a little information about Empower Media, welcome to the Empower Room, Empowering Moments, with your host, Reverend Timothy B. Hughes and Div. And we ask you please like our page, send an emoji, leave a comment, share, and follow us. So we are in this format twice a month now, going back to our regular scheduled time. We were doing it weekly due to the election, the midterm elections, but that time has passed, and we'll talk about that a little later. Empower Media LLC is a social empowerment entity, and we empower community through social and digital media, book publishing programs, and speaking engagements. We have over 25 years of experience, and we do have a website, which is MPWR Media LLC1.com. That's MPWR Media LLC1.com. So I want you to definitely check that out, and we'll be able to give you more information. And as we carry on throughout the week, we will be sharing more information as well in regard to the menu of services that we provide as well. All right. And the purpose of Empowering Moments is to promote Empower Media LLC by sharing cultural, civic, and inspirational moments with special guests from all over the world. We have been blessed to have guests with us in the Empower Room since we have been on in this format for the last couple of years, and blessed to have people not only in the United States but outside of the country as well, as far as Africa and also Europe. So grateful for all of you who have been part of the Empower Room thus far, and some have been back more than once. All right. And we want to share a publication that we have, our first publication in the blink of an eye. And want to let you know that the book is available at Amazon.com currently, and you're able to download it as well on your system also. So I want to encourage you to definitely consider this book for a Christmas gift. It is a very inspirational book in regard to a testimony of mine of an experience I had February 2014 on Valentine's Day. And it's a brief read, Not a real lengthy book. Also, my wife contributed a chapter to the book as well. That's very insightful in regard to the experience that I had on February 14, 2014, and have found the experience to have blessed a lot of folk who have read the book thus far, especially those that may be going through the loss of a loved one, those that may be dealing with serious illness, the loss of a loved one. I mean, this is a very, very good book of those that may be grieving, especially in this season. So, I want to definitely guide you to the Amazon. .com and able to purchase the book there. We also have the book available on our website at MPWRMediaLLC1.com. Also, if you would like to purchase it from that location, feel free to do that as well. All right, so that is that on promotions. And as I stated, we covered three areas dealing with culture, civic, and inspirational. So, culturally, I just wanted to lift up some uplifting thoughts. During this season, I know that in regard to the election results, I was somewhat concerned in regard to how things turned out with that. But our culture as a whole, we have a lot to celebrate that goes all the way back to the Emancipation Proclamation for real, and before that, to be honest. As I look back and see the contributions that the African American culture has provided this country and this world in so many different areas culturally. It's just amazing if you really think about it and take time to reflect on it and to lift that up. And especially as we fight the false narrative of the critical race theory that is permeating our school system and our communities and that type of thing, I think it's a good time for us to reflect on the good of our culture. And it may start right at your home when you look around and see your people in your own household and your parents, your grandparents, your great grandparents. And you may see a line of folk who have really been able to overcome and be able to advance to a more successful level, more livable level, a more respectful level in humanity that uh, would not have been the case prior to the Emancipation Proclamation. So, with all that we're hearing, I know concerns with shootings and things of that nature that have been taking place here recently have been uh, pretty devastating for sure. And I want to definitely lift up all the families who have lost loved ones to gun violence, definitely here recently and prior to this time as well, this week and this last month, this last couple of weeks, there have been some really tragic shootings that have taken place that have affected the African American community in a very, very serious way. So, definitely want to lift them up, but also be mindful of the contributions that our culture has provided. This country in music, in sports, in education, in science, in creation of the stoplight. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And I don't think we hear that enough, definitely in our schools. It's definitely not something that's promoted by the media, the mainstream media. What seems tends to be lifted up is the negative, and the things that don't really truly reflect our entire community. All right, and so with that, I just want us as a culture to be intentional about taking time to think about the positive things that our country has benefited from our existence here. for real. And I believe that that will give you some sense of real pride and self assurance, and increase your self esteem and all that when you're getting hit by these fiery darts of racism. Okay, all right. So that was it for me on the culture side. All right, so going to the civic election results. Okay, all right. So it looks like from the Senate end, where if you're a Democrat, that has weighed to the side of the Democrats, which is a good, I feel. Opportunity and a good result from the election. In regard to the House, it appears that the Republicans have secured that, and I was concerned about that and was hoping that that would not be the case. But there's so much that has to be unpacked in regard to this divide, if you will, in regard to the strategy that the Republican Party has had in regard to redistricting and realigning districts and gerrymandering and voter suppression and all those type of things. It's been a lot of unlevel playing field activity going on in regard to the election. And I'm not going to put that all on them, but that is a layer that needs to be considered and addressed and thought about in regard to what are facing at this time. So I definitely want to lift that up. On the flip side, also, there's not enough of us that are going to the polls. One of the modules I think we're going to do through Empower is doing a voter empowerment uh, module. We're going to do a voter empowerment sessions that we will provide through Empower Media LLC, because I'm not quite sure what the disconnect is. As I have been involved with this midterm election, I would think some of it is a lack of understanding how bills are passed. And I know, and depending on what type of bill it is and that type of thing, some require a majority, simple majority, and then some don't require a simple majority. So, but the key is it's a numbers game. Literally, there's the basics of it is it's a numbers game. And the more you have on the side of uh, those who have your best interest at heart, the better off we will be as a country. So for me, currently, I'm Democratic, right, and I feel that what Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and the Democratic administration is doing is benefiting all Americans, not just African Americans, but all Americans in a mighty way. That I think it's going to help advance our technology and a variety of different areas that need to be advanced in our country. So that's who I'm with, and I will continue to be with them. And I do want to lift up those that did win their elections as well. There were definitely some victories to celebrate. So grateful for that on local levels as well. I know that Karen Bass is the new mayor of California, of Los Angeles. So I think that's outstanding, and I want to definitely celebrate her, and for all those offices that have been the attorney generals positions that there was concern with. Looks like a lot of them are not going to be the election deniers from the insurrection. Foolishness and all that. So grateful for that. So there are some great things to celebrate in light of the outcome of this election. But again, I believe there's should be great respect given to young people. From what I understand, young people really showed up and showed out. So I want to thank all the young people that have that went to vote, and want us to continue that momentum, continue that process. Let's not go to sleep. Let's get ready for the presidential election, which will be in another couple of years. So, and we need to start doing our work now, not waiting until 2 years from now, but to continue the momentum with that. And also want to lift up also what's going on in Georgia, and pray that all will go well with the runoff election, that will swing in the right direction as well. Looks like Warnock was in the lead in the midterm elections, and pray that he will continue to be in the lead and will have a larger margin as well as he continues to campaign. And prayerfully, that will be another win, which will, from what I understand, will be even a greater uh, leverage for the Democrats in the Senate, due to how the committees are divided. And from what I understand, if Warnock does get in, all the committees will be even. There will be even number. There will be the same number of Republicans as there are Democrats, and we do would have a tiebreaker with uh, Vice President Kamala Harris. So just keep that in mind. All those that are in the Georgia area, please, let's do all we can to make sure that Warnock gets in. I've contributed to his campaign. If you can contribute, if you can go knock on doors, if you can get on call banks, whatever, let's do what we can to make that a victory for Georgia and for Reverend Warnock. All right. All right, so that's it. So it's like it's the ship has not sunk. So let's do what we can to keep this ship moving, and prayerfully we will be able to make it to shore. All right, all right, all right. So that's that on the civic. So inspirational reflection, I think it's just a time of thankfulness and caring for others. All right, thankfulness and caring for others. Take time to think about what you're thankful for. All right. This is a great time, especially as we've come out of COVID. I think last year, this time we were still in the midst of COVID, and, had taken, I believe, around the second dose of the vaccine around this time, possibly. And, we're in definitely a different space today as relates to it. We went and did our booster on yesterday, and prayed that we won't have to quarantine again and that type of thing, and prayed that we have seen the worst of COVID. I pray so, but we have a lot to be thankful for. A lot to be thankful for. I mean, on the personal side, blessed with a beautiful wife, children, home, job, doing this business as well has been a blessing to me. I pray it's been the same for you. And just, be thankful. Find something to be thankful for. I know I'm definitely lifting up folks that have lost loved ones, even as early as last night. In Denver, Colorado, with the shooting at the nightclub. Definitely our hearts go out to the families that lost loved ones there, to the football players, the 3 football players that were killed by a colleague of theirs as well. Our family, our prayers go out to them, and it goes on. And we've had personally some Mr. Shaw, one of the former administrators from the Berkeley High School, McClure South Berkeley High School in St. Louis, Missouri. He's gone on to be with the Lord and lifting up his wife and family for his homegoing celebration on this coming weekend, coming up at McClure South Berkeley High School. And definitely want to continue to lift up Mrs. Judy Shaw as well, and their children and grandchildren as well. So, and the entire Berkeley family. This just was a unique and loving administration that I was a great and honored to be a part of. So I definitely want to lift up the Shaw family for sure, and those that have lost loved ones here recently that are dear to me as well. I definitely want to lift them up as well. So that's why I say caring for others. So in caring for others, hey, give folks that you know that have lost loved ones definitely recently, and it may not even be recently. I mean, it's death. The death process, the mourning process affects people different ways, and that can be a long-lasting void for a lot of people. So be mindful to reach out to someone that you may not have talked to in a while, that you know have lost a loved one, that may not have a spouse, may not have brothers and sisters, or whatever, living on their own at this time. Reach out, give them a call. You'll be surprised what a phone call will do, a text will do. I think a phone call is better than a text in dealing with these type of situations for sure. So I definitely call, or if you can stop by, drop something off to them, let them know that you're thinking about them, and just break bread with them. Just break bread with them. I think that would be such a blessing to those that are definitely going through at this time of the loss of loved ones. Your presence, the power of presence, I've learned in seminary, is the power of presence, especially in times of loss, are so important. And it's not just the preacher that can have that power as it relates to presence, it can be anyone. All right. So be mindful to, maybe write down a list of folk that you know that may be in maybe grieving. This is a time of sorrow for a lot of people due to the season, with it being joyous and all that type of thing. And it causes them to remember the times that they had with their loved ones that may not be with them anymore. Or it could be from a divorce, it could be from anything. So make sure that we are intentional about reaching out to those that we know that have experienced some form of loss. That's what I would lift up and encourage you all to do today, as well as being thankful for things being as well as they are. And if you do that, I think that will be a blessing not only to them, but also to you, because you'll be surprised how you serving someone else kind of helps you through whatever you may be going through. Even if you're not going through something, you might find out, oh shoot, I thought I wasn't going through something, but even if you weren't, it's to make you feel good that you have reached out to someone and you blessed someone as God has blessed you. Okay. All right. So want everyone to have a wonderful, blessed Thanksgiving. Be careful if you're traveling. Also, be mindful. COVID has not totally gone away, so be mindful to make sure that you're getting your boosters and wearing your mask as we gather, like old times. But let's still be safe about what we do and how we gather. All right. So to learn more about Empower Media LLC, we ask you to go to our website, empowermediallc1.com, Facebook, and YouTube is also, we're also on Facebook. We're working on the YouTube channel. I think we're having a little issue with the YouTube channel right now, but check us out on Facebook at Empower Media LLC. That's MPWR Media LLC. As you can see, it's a play on words. It's not how you normally spell empower. It's MPWR Media LLC. And also we're on Twitter at LLC MPWR. All right. All right. So we pray that you all have a blessed holiday. We will see you all in 2 weeks as well, and pray that you will be able to be with loved ones and break bread. Reach out to those that you know that may be going through at this time as well. Even if you don't know that they're going through and you somebody you hadn't heard from or talked to in a while, give them a call. Let them know you're thinking about them. All right. You just never know how that may bless someone. All right. All right. So thank you all so much for being with us in the Empower Room. We pray that you have a blessed holiday again. And we're so glad to be in this format with you. And we will see you in a couple of weeks and be able to share more about our services through Empower. Okay. So we pray that you have a blessed one, and we will see you in 2 weeks. God bless.
Thank you for joining us in the Empower Room. Hope you have received some impactful information. Please like or leave a comment. See you next week in the Empower Room, brought to you by Empower Media LLC and your host, Rev. Timothy Hughes, aka Rev.T.